In this video, we'll take a quick look at the Advanced Prompt Builder option under Add New Prompt on the prompt screen. We've already looked at AI Assist for Tracy and Interactive and also guided prompt creation. All three of these, when you reach the final screen, it basically loads the Advanced Prompt Builder. So these kind of help you define the prompt parameters up front and then load it in the builder. The advanced option lets you create a prompt from scratch. So I'm going to title this advanced prompt. And from here I can add individual parameters and build out my prompt. So normally on the earlier examples we looked at with AI Assist and guided prompt creation, task, role, audience, create, and intent were already laid out for us by the time we reached this screen. In this case, we can add them one at a time, and that just gives us flexibility to determine which of the parameters we want to add. If we want to, leave off intent, we could do that. But this lets us build the prompt from scratch. So starting with task, if we build a custom task, we'll use our example of writing marketing copy. Write marketing copy, and then we can choose to add rules or not. So I can just add a rule to that, the role. We can use our role parameter if we want to and build a custom role, or we can pull from our library at this point. So, if I want, I've got this AI Assist copywriter that we defined in an earlier video. I'll just select that for the role. For the audience, again, I can define my audience and build it from scratch, including the rules if I want to, or I can use existing audiences from my library again. So here are my second grader audiences. Same with create, write 200 words, or I can pull from an existing create statement that I have in my library. I'll use the custom create in this case, and I'll add a rule to it. Appeal to audience, and then intent. Same thing, we can build a custom intent. We can pull an intent from our library, which I don't think I have one in there right now, so I'll build something custom, and we'll just use sell bubblegum. The rules can be sugar-free, and that's fine. So there's a very simple structured prompt that we built from scratch using this builder. So if I submit that, it takes me to my prompt screen, and it's bigger than it looked like when we were laying it out because it's pulling in this role from the library and also the audience from the library. But everything else is exactly as we laid it out. So at this point, if I wanted to use it, I'd copy it to my clipboard, go to ChatGPT, and paste it in as a prompt. At this point, if I want to, I can go back and edit it. I can also duplicate it if I like to. And this is really so this is the same screen we were just looking at, and this is really the edit screen for all of our prompts. I'd like to show you also, there's an examples library. So let's take a look at this one. So this is a fairly large prompt. So this is a role-playing game that lets you explore an old house and look for a treasure. So I could try this if I wanted to. I could play the game right from the examples library, copy it to my clipboard, and head over to ChatGPT and paste it in. This case, what I like to do is just duplicate it. So I can duplicate this example to my prompt library, and here it is in my library. So this is a prompt that I now have control over. So if I, just to show you, I'll go to my prompts, and so here's the role-playing game, and it says from example, just to, so that I know where it came from. I can change that title if I want to. But now if I want to use that same advanced builder to edit this prompt, I can open it up, and there it is. So here's the complete prompt. If I want to add a rule, there's an Add Rule button below each, at the bottom of each of the parameter types: task, role, audience, create, and intent. I could add my own rule. I can drag and drop rules if I want to. I can delete rules using remove role. Generally, the most important rules should appear at the top of the list and least important rules at the bottom. You can also prioritize things by moving them to the top, and also I'll move the staircase rules to the top. And also you can put the word important before the most important rules. So, if these are my top 3 rules, I can do that, and that'll instruct ChatGPT or whatever you're using to pay special attention to those rules. Custom parameter can be anything. So in this case, our custom parameter is mansion. This could be a product that you define. It could be a data set that you want the prompt to have access to. So custom parameter, you can add as many of these as you like to. Here we have mansion, and it kind of defines the layout of the mansion. Next we have butler, and there's a butler in the game named Bradley, and he isn't very friendly, but he answers all your questions. So that kind of defines those rules. So we can have our own custom parameter in addition to the Tracy parameters of each prompt. So that's pretty much it. You can submit that to save it. And there's our updated prompt, and again, copy to clipboard or copy YAML or JSON. And that is pretty much the rundown of the advanced prompt builder. Experiment with it. I think it's one of those things you'll become familiar with it just by using the other methods of creating prompts and by editing existing prompts. But it's there if you want to totally build something from scratch. It's a good way to do it.